Hi, my little babies. Welcome back to another episode of Candace straightened her hair-ish and new nails, new shirt. Who dis? Hi. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Welcome to What the Smut. My name is Candace and I am your ever ridiculous harem scarum host. It's gonna be my new catchphrase. Hi, I'm Candace, your harem scarum host. In today's video, we will be reviewing the first book in a new series. Will I continue with the series? That is as of yet undecided. However, I will say that the book was good. I don't remember a goddamn thing about it. That's no shade on Anna, but that's just Candace. I apologize. I don't remember anything about this because I literally hop from one series to another series to another series to another series to another. Anyway, I have a timer set here for about 3 minutes from now. I'm gonna have to pause this motherfucker to go take pecan pie bars out the oven. So we're gonna get into it. In today's video, kiddos, we're going to be reviewing this book. This is the first book in Ana Huang's Twisted series, and it is called Twisted Love. Twisted Love. I'm not entirely sure what was so twisted about it because I don't remember getting those vibes. But unless it's just like the best friend's sister thing or like the brother's best friend thing, and that's where the twistedness comes in because it's taboo and it's supposed to be a no-no. Maybe that's it. Anyway, this book and all the books in the series are currently free to read with Kindle Unlimited. If you would like to purchase this book for your Kindle, it's going to cost you $5.99. If you want the paperback for this book, get it now because it is currently on sale for 41% off at $10.59. These books are for sale in Walmart. They're for sale in Barnes & Nobles. Barnes & Nobles? Barnes & Noble. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. They're for sale out in the wild, right? But you get it from Amazon, you will probably get a better price. A better price. A lot of times what you find in Walmart is comparable to Amazon price-wise, but in this case, $10.59, I will guarantee you it's not that cheap at Walmart or Barnes and wherever. So get on it, people. If I'm not mistaken, there are 4 books in this series. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. Now, this book is also available in audio. The narrators for this audio are Cindy Kay and Aiden Snow. Cindy Kay, I don't think I've ever heard her in a book before. If I have, I did not put the name with the voice because up until very recently, I did not pay attention to who the narrators were in audiobooks, like in terms of like actually learning their names. I would just go, ooh, I know that voice from so-and-so. And then I'd name off whatever other books I had heard it from. It wasn't until recently that I started going, Candace, you do almost exclusively audio. Maybe you should tell people who the narrators are when you review the book. You think? So Cindy Kay and Aiden Snow. Aiden Snow, I've heard a ton. I like his voice. I think it really depends on the book for me because sometimes he can sound a little bit drony and then other times he hits it. He hits it out the park. So yeah, it's really, a lot of people love him. So he's good, he's decent. All right, I also forgot to mention, allegedly, this book has 352 pages. I don't have the book here, so I can't dispute it. You're just gonna win this one, Amazon, even though we both know that you're probably lying. Because your track record speaks for itself. Anyway. All right, now we're going old school with our blurb, which, can I just say, look at the spacing on this. It was spaced, everything is spaced so far apart, it came out on 2 different pieces of paper. Candace, why are you never satisfied with anything? This seems annoying to me, but at the same time, if it had all been one giant paragraph, it would have turned me off the book immediately. I don't know why that is. If you put your blurb, as an author, if you put your blurb on Amazon and it's literally all one paragraph, turn off. I will not even read it. It's sad. If your blurb has grammatical errors in it, I will not read the book. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where it's like my brain tells me if they couldn't even get the blurb grammatically correct, or sentence, like for like sentence structure and whatever, like if it's not even correct in the blurb, what hope do I have that you wrote a good book and that it's correct in the book? I don't know if an editor goes through the blurb and like checks it for them, just the way that they do for the actual book itself. I don't know. Maybe they don't, and that's why the blurbs sometimes have errors in them. I don't know. But that's just Candace being Candace. Anyway, now let's read the blurb for this one. And then we're gonna break it down a little bit because I got a whole page of notes. Okay. All right. Now, Alex Volkov is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by a tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuits for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart. When he's forced to look after his best friend's sister, he starts to feel something in his chest. A crack, a melt, a fire that could end his world as he knew it. Okay, second part of the blurb. Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. But despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want. Her brother's best friend, her neighbor, her savior, and her downfall. Theirs is a love that was never supposed to happen, but when it does, it unleashes secrets that could destroy them both and everything they hold dear. I love how the authors write like so vague, and yet it's like it's alluding to a lot while telling you absolutely nothing about the book. There's a note that says Twisted Love is a contemporary brother's best friend, grumpy sunshine romance. It's book 1 in the Twisted series, but can be read as a standalone. Okay. Usually, I got lipstick on my finger. Usually I would go, fuck no, it cannot. But in the case of the first book in a series, if you want to read it as a standalone, go for it. Any other book in a series, fuck no, you better not. Warning. This book contains a possessive anti-hero, explicit sexual content, and profanity. Why do you have to warn them about profanity? Is that a thing that people actually get upset when there's cursing in books? If you're reading a romance novel, especially a dark romance, and you get upset at the use of profanity, see yourself out because you are clearly lost. No cheating or menage, but if you're looking for a traditionally sweet, lovable hero, this is not the book for you. Recommended for 18 plus. I appreciate the recommended for 18 plus part. I will say I did not get, like, I feel like, okay, Candace is going to go off on a tirade, people. All right. I feel like authors, especially dark romance authors, or like authors who write primarily in like the mafia trope or whatever, they seem to think that by giving virtually no male POV and making the main male character, literally not talk for the entire book, they think that that makes them appealing, broody, like clearly he's got damage, he's been traumatized by something, who hurt you, boy, right? Like those vibes. But they think that that makes them more appealing to the reader. Like the less you know, the more intrigued you'll be. No. I'll tell you why. And maybe it's just me. Maybe this is just, again, Candace being Candace. But no. Because if your main male character does not speak throughout the entire book, if he says a total of 10 words throughout the whole book, and the rest of the time he just sits there like obsessively, mean-mugging the main female character, and there's no interaction between the two of them dialogue-wise, and then you also don't give me male POV, I will never attach myself to that character. I will never be obsessed with that character. He's literally a statue. He's just there. He's a lamp. He's a lamp in the room because there's no movement and there's no interaction. There's nothing. He's literally an inanimate object that just stands off in the corner somewhere. Did you describe that he's hot to look at? Sure. But aside from that, he has, to me, to the reader, he has shit all else going on. And even when eventually his backstory is revealed, if it's done in a way where it's not done by him, but it's done by like a third party or what, I can't attach myself to that person. And I want to attach myself to characters. I want them to burrow under my skin and live there without permission. They've just taken up permanent residence under my skin, and I can't stop thinking about them. And I have been in such a reading slump lately that I've not been getting that from anybody. Could it be my mood? Sure. Could it also be a handful of mediocre books? Sure. That too. But again, I'm not speaking about this book specifically, but in general, as an author, please, for the love of God, put more male POV in your books. Okay? All right. Now, let's finally get into it, shall we? I'm going to tell you guys what I wrote down for Ava, the main female character. She's an Asian American. I wrote that because I thought that was important. Her last name is Chen. Of course, you're going to infer that she's of some type of Asian descent, right? That's not me speaking from a ignorant Caucasian standpoint. I feel like that's just common sense. Okay? College student. Photographer. Brother Josh, med student. Has no memories before age 9. I'm going to touch on that in a second. Friends, Jules, Stella, and Bridget. Those are her besties, okay? Now, the whole not having memories before age 9 thing, I don't remember shit about my childhood. Did I have traumatic stuff happen in my childhood? Sure, yeah. Is that what happens? Like you just block if it's too, obviously like I've read enough books where the main character it's just been too much for your brain to handle and they just block everything, right? Did I just block my entire childhood? Could have been. Anyway, Alex, Ukrainian, has hyperthymesia, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hyperthymesia, remembers his entire life. So I want to say it's similar, like maybe similar to like photographic memory or something to that effect, but that he literally can reach into his brain and pull out a specific memory at will. And it's just there. Like his entire life is just there. How does your brain cope? How do you fit all that in there? I don't know. It eludes me. Anyway, that'll never be me. It's fine. So I'm going to read you guys my notes and then we can talk about it because again, it's been a while since it's been a hot minute. I procrastinated doing the reviews. It's been a hot minute since I read the book. I don't remember shit. Fluff, get out of here. Okay, let's go. Book opens on Ava stranded with no ride after engagement photo shoot. Calls brother for help. Brother sends friend Alex to get her. Brother going abroad for 1 year. At party, Josh, her brother, asks Alex, his best friend, to look after Ava, his sister. Okay. Alex has flashback of being in room where parents died. And then I wrote, murdered? Question mark. Murdered? Ukrainian Uncle Ivan helping him get revenge. Alex moves into Josh's vacant house next door to Ava. So Josh and Ava, brother and sister duo, live in adjoining homes, like they're next door neighbors to each other. Josh is going abroad for a year, and he's asked Alex to move into his house and keep an eye on Ava. Okay. He starts to intrude on her life. Bosses her around. Ava and friends decide to attempt to make him show emotion. This is what I'm talking about. He's a dead fish up to this point. Like, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on behind here. So they turn it into a game. It's more her friends than her. She's like an unwilling participant. But her friends decide, hey, we're going to try and needle him into showing some type of emotion. So we're going to put him through a series of like little tests to try and trigger certain reactions from him to see what we get. You never get what you expect, right? Okay. Ava tries to make him sad with movies. They have a movie night. Falls asleep and ends up in his bed. He realizes she has night terrors. Ex Liam accosts her at charity gala. That motherfucker. I didn't like him at all. Alex beats the shit out of him. Candace, you're so eloquent. Alex beats the shit out of him. Ava has flashback to childhood in his car. I guess while they're leaving, she has the flashback. She tells him about her memories. Mom pushed her into water. Parents divorcing and mom had mental break. Eventually killed herself. Trigger warning. She convinces him to do photo shoot. They have sexual banter. Love me some good sexual banter. Later, he makes calls to have Liam blacklisted. Alex is very rich. He is very influential within the city. And I guess he just got it like that. He could do that. Ava attends party, gets into argument with his ex. She pushes Ava into the pool. Later, she asks Alex to teach her to swim. They do visualization exercises. Got it. She throws him a surprise B-Day party. The first since his parents were murdered by rival businessman's hit. Okay. She kisses him. He rebukes her. Even still use that word? He rebukes her. Where did I leave off? She stops answering his texts. He goes to gallery and tells her swimming lessons are continuing, but takes her to the hotel pool. She has panic attack. Takes Alex to Dad's for Thanksgiving. Near Lake has flashback of remembering seeing father's ring before falling into lake. Also has flashback of Dad later trying to smother her, like with a pillow. And I think it's like his study or something. I can't remember. She has Dad meet her at Archer Group office. That's the company that Alex owns. He plays dumb at first, then admits to everything. Turns out she's the product of an affair that her mom had. Doesn't know Alex is recording everything. FBI comes in and takes him. The dad. Alex has Ivan removed as CEO after finding love letters to his mother showing he hired killers. So Alex finds love letters written by his uncle to his mom, who was clearly in love. And this whole charade of, I'm going to help you, my darling nephew, find the killer, your parents' murderer, who was a rival businessman, all a charade. He was the killer. He hired the killer. Psycho. Blamed it on Michael Chen, Ava's dad. So, okay. Yeah. Later goes to Uncle's house. Ivan has taken Ava and Bridget. Alex plays off like she's nothing. Of course, because that's what they have to do. They have to pretend like they don't feel anything. Or otherwise that person's going to be used as like collateral or something, right? Alex plays off like she's nothing. Shoots Ivan. Then tells Ava that he didn't know. What? Then tells Ava that he meant what he said. Feels he has to distance her to keep her safe. Josh comes back to beat the shit out of him. Everybody's just getting the shit beat out of them in this book. She goes into a depression. Months pass. Bridget visits him to make him admit his love. Tells him Ava has conquered her fear of water and is moving to London. He follows her 2 months later. That's where I stopped taking notes. So I'm assuming that was the end of the book. So he goes after her, which is lovely. Why you waited 2 months? I don't know. These men be dumb. Like, you're in love with her. Go get her. What are you doing? Why are you waiting months to chase her? In that time frame, she could have fallen in love with somebody else. And then you're shit out of luck. You're up shit creek with no paddle. Because you procrastinated. It'd be your own damn fault. Anyway. So yeah. So Alex's whole relationship with Josh started as I need to get close to you so that I can get revenge on your dad. And then over time, he grew to like Josh, and Josh came to be his best friend. And after that, he couldn't tell him, I'm actively investigating your father for my parents' murder. And then same thing happens when he falls in love with Ava. It's not until the end when Ivan, his uncle, is revealed to be the murderer, or the guy that did the hiring for the hit. It's not until then that everything comes out. The fact that his entire relationship with both of them was a sham, or not a sham, but based on a lie, right? So yeah. I think for the book, I would give it a solid 8.5. I think the plot, I want to say for me, it started out a little bit slow, but then it definitely picked up plot-wise. There was a lot thrown in there, and she tied up the loose ends nicely. So I will give her that. And I did like the ending. But again, this goes back to like the whole broody anti-hero thing. I personally, please do this for me. Do it for me, Candace. I need more male POV. I need more dialogue. I'm a dialogue person and I need it. Yes, you can tell me what the house looks like. You can tell me the scenery. You can tell me it has nice windows that you can look out and see whatever. But I want the two main characters to fucking talk to each other. Whether it's banter, whether it's fighting, whether it's hot one-liners, I don't care. Have them talking to each other because it's got to be one or the other. If you're going to give me a book, and again, I'm not specifically talking about this book, but if you're going to give me a book that the majority of the book is from the main female character's point of view, then within those chapters, I need him to be speaking to her. Tell me how you feel, because obviously the author is not showing me how you feel. In here, I need this and I need this. Okay. Anyway, for the rating for this book, I'd give it a solid 8.5. I feel like it was. I won't say it blew my pants off because obviously like that's not the case, but it was good. And I can see why a lot of people would like this book. And I feel like the series will probably get better as it goes along. If you know anything about me as a person or as a reader, you will know that 9 times out of 10, the first book in every series ends up being my least favorite. I don't know why that is. It just is. It's a thing. It's just a thing. So I'm not surprised that I wasn't like by this book, but I do feel like if I were to continue the series, I would probably end up liking some of the other books, like way more than this one, particularly book 2, because I'm like usually queen of book 2. But I will say that it was good. The audio was good. I don't remember having any issues with the narrators. And if the plot that I just poorly gave you sounds up your alley, then yes, I would recommend that you read this book. The plot was there. Like, I will say the plot was there. Despite like the little nitpicky things that I said. Overall, the book was a good read. So I would give it an 8.5. There you go. I think that's it. If you want this paperback, go buy it while it's on sale. $10.49. That's such a fucking bargain for a trade paperback by an indie author. That's a good deal. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm done. If you enjoyed this video, if you like me and you like my channel, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you would like, you can follow me on social media. I do have a members only Facebook group, an Instagram, and a Twitter that I don't use, but I am very active on Instagram. If you would like, you can follow me over there. If you're interested in checking out some of my bookish merch, this is newly added to the shop. I'm going to try and pull it up enough for you to read it. It says, "Buy me dark romance and tell me I'm pretty." I love it. I do have a Teespring shop. I will link it in the description box below, and I'll put a little thing here on the screen for you guys to see. And I think that's it. I'm done. You're free of me. 40 minutes later or whatever it was. I love you so much. I thank you guys so much for joining me for another video, and I will see you in my next one. My next one's going to be me bashing book boxes, I think. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna get blacklisted. I don't care. Anyway, I love you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, hello. Hello. My ring light, I think there's fluff in front of my face. I hate it so much. Look at all this rabbit fluff. I think my ring light is getting ready to go out, and if that happens, it's the end of the world as we know it. It will be the end of the world. Because how the fuck am I supposed to record without a ring light? I'll tell you how not. It will literally just give me the excuse not to do it. I have to buy a new ring light and then wait for it to come, and then that's just more procrastination that Candace loves. I love it. I love it so much. Hello. Hi. What's wrong with you? Okay. Let's get into it because I don't even remember a goddamn thing about this book. But to be fair, that's kind of like my usual. That's normal for me. That's my normal, okay? What was I saying? What were we talking about? What was this book about? What was the plot? What was the characters' names? I don't know. Broad spectrum. I don't know. Okay. Let's get into it, shall we? Because we're just gonna crunch it out. Okay. Now, let's get into the blurb, shall we? My timer. There goes my timer. I told you. I'll be right back. Mi nombre es Francesca Raghetti. I have grumpier old men playing in my living room because comfort movie. Because why not, right? Okay. I didn't write down the blurb. Jesus. Oh, okay, I'm back again. Hi. I'm back again. But he's forced to look after his best friend's sister. Theirs is a love that will... Candace. Learn how to read. Okay. This is why you gotta stop doing audio. You physically read books with your eyeballs because you're way out of practice. Okay. No cheating or menace. Oh no, menage. I read that so wrong. It was ridiculous. You're so dumb. You're so dumb. Okay. But aside from that, they do visualization exercises. They do God damn it, why can't I say that word? They do visualization exercise. You are so dumb. You're so dumb. I can't even with you. I'm talking to myself, by the way. Okay. Let's try again. For the 14th time. They do this. Stop it. Okay. I always end up disliking book one. What should we talk about while he's drinking? Anything? Anything new? What's up with y'all? What's going on? Hit me in the comments. Let me know what's happening. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I literally, when I voice note people on Bookstagram, that's how I start my, good morning. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now he's licking his chops, like he's not sure if he's done or not. He's savoring the flavor. It's water, bro. There is no flavor. Okay. Oh, I did it good that time. I don't know what I'm doing. I fucked up a lot while reading the notes for this book. How? How? I don't know. But anyway. Done. That one's done. Get out of here. Go away now, please. I haven't got to do that in a hot minute. So satisfying. So satisfying. If you're new here, this used to be a trend before I got a reading journal. I can't do it. I'm not ripping with such vehemence because I hated the book. I'm ripping because I'm done with the review. Thank God. Okay. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.